everyone, it's Talia Rose and this is Harvey, and today we wanted to share with you tips and tricks that we have learned to get him to sleep through the night. I am in no way an expert because this is my first son and he's 10 months old. So I'm pretty new to the game, but I have learned some things that I think are pretty much universal. And every baby is different, but they've worked really well for us. So we want to share them with you today. One of the huge factors in getting Harvey to sleep through the night was monitoring his naps. I would never let him sleep through more than one feeding. I didn't want him to satiate that REM quota of deep sleep during the day. I wanted him to get it all at night and for his body to say, yes, I need a long period of good deep sleep. Because if he was getting that during the day, I just knew that he wasn't going to be sleeping through the night. Hi! I made sure to keep his naps and nighttime very distinct. Naps, he wasn't napping in his crib. I would leave the lights on, I would have music going, and when he would fall asleep, it was great, but I wouldn't worry about turning down my music or turning the phone on low or any of that. If anything, I would almost try to get the volume of the house a little louder, just so he wouldn't be a light sleeper. And in his nap, that he wouldn't go too deep into his sleep cycle. So for his naps, I would not put him in a dark, quiet room in his crib. I wanted to save that for nighttime because then he knew that when he was in his crib and it was dark and it was quiet, that was not playtime, that was sleep time. And if he woke up and cried, I would not just come running like I would during his naps. So keeping them distinct, I think, has helped a lot. Now, also, there's really two main reasons that babies wake up in the middle of the night and start to cry. One is that they're lonely and they want to spend time with you and they know that crying will get you there. And two is that they are hungry. So I made sure to just stuff him full of food all day long, but specifically right before I would put him down for bedtime and make sure that he was completely full. So I breastfeed Harvey exclusively, but once he reached 3 months, he was a big fat baby and my breast milk wasn't quite cutting it and keeping him full all through the night. So I began to express some milk and I mixed it into rice cereal, and I mixed it so thick that I fed him with a spoon. Now at 3 months it was kind of hard to get it into his mouth with a spoon, but he became a total pro at it in a couple weeks. He then began to completely fill up on the cereal and went back to sleeping through the night. So it was great because at 3 months he was experiencing a bit of a hiccup in his great nighttime routine of sleeping through the night, and so that really helped him get back on track. So if you have a baby that has always slept really well during the night and then all of a sudden experiences periods of waking up, it might be because they're hungry. I am very much of the belief that if a child does wake up in the middle of the night, in case it is hunger and a growth spurt that they're going through, I believe that you should respond with food. Everybody will tell you not to, because what you'll do is you'll build an appetite for your child to get used to wanting to eat at that time of night. And that has happened a few times with Harvey, where he'll have a growth spurt for a week or so, and when he wakes up once or twice during the night, I will go to him and feed him. But then about after a week, I was realizing that he was waking up at the exact same times every night, that it had become more of a habit than an actual necessity. So I then had to make a really hard decision and then go through a day or two where I would just let him cry at night. And that was meant to break the routine of, hey, if I cry, my mom will come and feed me. That he was getting lots to eat and that he wasn't hungry anymore. It was just more, had shifted to a lonely routine cry. So I stopped feeding him during the night and I would just let him cry. And I guarantee you, moms, that is going to be harder for you than it is for your babies. So again, keep nap time and nighttime very distinct and separate, so whatever that looks like for you. Monitor his naps, making sure that they're not too long and also not too short, because babies can get overly tired to the point of exhaustion where they won't sleep well at night because they're so tired. So that's a vicious cycle, so don't fall into that. Also make sure that your baby is full and feeding them plenty throughout the day so that they're reaching their calorie quota for the day so they can sleep all the way through the night. Make sure though that you're not such a Nazi about your child sleeping through the night that you do take into consideration growth spurts or the possibility of your baby being sick, because you will need to respond to your baby if they're sick. But if you know your baby's healthy and you know your baby's fed, then sometimes you just need to let them cry through the night. And it is hard, but again, moms, it's harder on you than it is on your babies. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you got some tips that will help. Again, every baby is different, and we're by no means any experts on the matter, but it's been great. I mean, he hasn't woke up in the middle of the night for the last 3 weeks, I think. So I love that I get a full night's sleep. So I'm going to try it with the next baby. We'll see how it goes. But thanks so much for watching, and have a great day. Say bye. Thanks for watching. You're a good cracker. Tastes good.